I'm no salesman. Fuck, I'm not even a podcaster. But what I am is a man with balls. And when I want to trim my balls, I use the Manscaped Lawnmower 4.0. And if you want to use the same, Sheriff Show at manscaped.com for 20% off. That's code Sheriff Show, SHERIFFSHOW at manscaped.com for 20% off, plus free shipping. Summer's approaching, and guys, there's no point going into the gym and busting your arse in the gym, forgetting muscles and covering them up with fucking chest hair. Manscaped Lawnmower 4.0, shave that right off, have the sun glistening off those pecs. A Greek Adonis. Manscaped. Women also, because some women now have balls, so you can fucking get them shaved as well with the Lawnmower 4.0. Remember, code Sheriff Show for 20% off. That's code Sheriff Show. I'm Killian Sheridan, and welcome to the Sheriff Show with Lewis Capaldi. Killian Sheridan, and welcome to the Sheriff Show with Lewis Capaldi. Welcome to the Sheriff Show. I had to check the name there. I'm Killian Sheridan, and welcome to the Sheriff Show with Lewis Capaldi, who unfortunately couldn't make it today, but he'll come one day, don't worry. Stay with us, guys. Today we have my best friend Darren Connell, as always, and special guest today, Gavin McKinney.
You just completely changed character there. I was like, what's going on?
I had a strong coffee there.
I've had no nerves until you just started that intro.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the first live feedback I've had off an intro yet. So
really?
That's good, yeah.
Yeah, I've been warned just to like let you roll with things.
Oh, really? From
everyone?
You and Paul?
Everyone. I've been asking around.
People out on the
podcast people.
Lewis Capaldi.
Lewis, big
I was
LC.
trying to work you out on Instagram. I was like, what is it? What is the concept of this guy? Just 2020, like lockdown videos and all that.
Fuck, that was a while ago, yeah. What was the last one? Coffee?
Well, usually it's just
coffee.
Your voice coming through like a footballer's face.
Yeah.
So I don't know what I'm getting.
Did you? Not much football.
Nah.
Not much football chat.
I was trying to work that out as well. Is he a footballer?
Yeah, that's
no.
I have to put that in sometimes. I think Paul, I'm sure it was Paul that told me about you ages ago.
Yeah,
and
probably.
then I was looking at you online, but then I saw you just moved to Australia. Or you were living down in Australia.
Yeah.
So I was wanting to try and get you on earlier.
Yeah, I've been...
And then I saw you were back, so...
Going back and forth for the last 2 years or 3 years, I think.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Which part of Australia?
Usually Melbourne. I've done Sydney as well, but...
Melbourne's the best one there, isn't it? It's got a bit of everything.
It's more like back home, if you know what I mean. Like Sydney's a bit pretentious.
Yeah.
But still class.
I played 6 months in the A-League.
Right.
With a New Zealand team with Wellington Phoenix.
Are they black or yellow?
Yellow
and
black. I
went to see them play Adelaide.
Really?
Yeah, like a month ago.
Oh, fuck. I thought you were going to say a few years ago.
No, like a month
My
ago.
only goal for Wellington came against Adelaide.
Yeah, I was there. Yeah, I just happened to be there that time. Don't know who you are, but seen you score.
Yeah, so I was gonna try and give you a little introduction there as your like a quick description of yourself online, but I was gonna be like, you kind of call. I don't want to just pigeonhole you as calling out online PT fitness bullshit. Really?
Yeah. Well,
would that be a fair description?
I think I started calling out just people in general, but I think that's just because you don't know what you're doing. So just like got nothing else to do, and so just slag.
Plus,
people.
also an actual PT.
Yeah. Well,
mentioned, so I
think recently I was more slagging like. I just went completely the other way with fitness, if you know what I mean. Like people are telling people they can eat whatever they want and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then just gets loads of views. So that's been my recent thing. Usually it's just whatever's doing my tits in on the week.
I enjoyed them. I enjoyed the negativity.
Yeah, I'm a bit like cynical. I think I know why I am, because when I came back from Australia, whatever, just spending time with my dad, I'm like, I know why I am like this. So the fucking price of cat food's went up since you've been away. It's what told me that for the last 10 years.
In Australia, fitness and especially in football, the like sports, like fitness coaches and all the sports science and all that is like really advanced to like way more developed than here, isn't it?
Well, I've heard, yeah. I've never worked in the gyms over there. I've always done online when I'm over there, but I've had mates that have worked in the gyms, and even just like AFL. Yeah. Like those guys are ridiculously fit, and like they make a shit ton of money as well. So like AFL players, I don't know what the stats are, but I'd imagine they make more than, or the same as like SPL players, I would say. Maybe more.
I would say more.
Yeah, I think because it's massive, man. Like massive.
As a whole, on average, they would make.
Because we watch a lot
more
of English football here, whereas Melbourne's like all they watch is AFL.
Yeah.
It's like the only thing they care about.
I turned down AFL to play football. That's true, yeah. Brisbane Lions. Turned them down, rejected them. Because I played Gaelic football in Ireland. And they take a lot of the best Gaelic football.
Yeah, they do. But I've only just recently got into it. I don't have a clue what was going on.
I couldn't follow. I don't know the rules of it or anything.
I'm a Port Adelaide fan. I just like the strip.
What, Adelaide Red?
Well, that's why I've been to see Adelaide football as well. I was travelling up to Darwin, like doing a road trip from Melbourne to Darwin, and that's like the equivalent of like Glasgow to Syria. Like that's what we were driving, right? And we
I thought you were going to say Glasgow, like the somewhere else here is like somewhere I could picture or something miles away before.
And we got stuck. Well, we got stuck. I burnt out the clutch because I've only recently been driving. So we were 8 hours in, and I got us stuck in Adelaide, which was the equivalent of us going from Glasgow to Syria and getting stuck in London for 5 days. So that's why we've seen all the fucking football in the AFL, and that's why I'm a big Port Adelaide fan.
Nice. London wouldn't be a bad place to get stuck in, though.
Adelaide was a bit... well, it's all right. Like,
Darren, jump in at any time. Sorry.
Do you know what? Save this chat.
I know. I was like, has the podcast started, man?
Sorry, yeah.
Fucking hell.
Just trying
why are you talking so much shit?
I'm like, just trying to get a deep dive on the guest. I've done a few times where I've kind of just...
No, here, can I be honest with you? I know like you're a PT and stuff. I had 2 big, massive bits of tablet before I started this, and I genuinely feel like
a little sugar coma right now.
Yeah, I'm like, my hands went numb. I can't see it in my left eye.
I thought you were a prop for a minute.
I know. I hear you speak, but it's like I've got 2 shells there in my ears. I
went to give you eye contact for a second. I was like, fuck that, man.
I know. See, when I coughed, I felt self-conscious. I was like, fuck, I'm going to put him off. Bye. Cheers for having us on anyway. It's nice to get out of the house, isn't it?
We never even mentioned about asking you, or like you saying, is it all right? Or like times are in this week. There was no like, Darren, will you be available this week or anything? Can you come on?
Yeah, I never even...
I just turned up thinking, I presume Darren's going to be here.
Yeah. I'll rent a room in there. I sleep in the back.
And actually. He has. What was I going to say? I've apologised. I was a few minutes late.
That's all right.
I was very professional here. And I showed up 4 minutes late.
Didn't even notice.
I had the wrong time.
5:00. What do you have? 5:04.
I was half. Yeah, I had 5:05, and I was thinking I'm going to get in a minute early. At 5:30, and then I thought, right, I'll get a nice early train. I can enjoy the sun in Glasgow walk, have a nice walk over, and then I was thinking, right, I'll get an earlier train. Ended up having to. I thought the train was 4:20. It was 4:19. Oh. This minute made a huge difference. I had to run to the train. I could see the conductor getting on. I let a shout at him to let him know, I'm just give me a few more seconds. Got up to the door, pressed the button, and then the train just slowly pulled away. And I felt like a fucking idiot, just in all the people sitting in the thing, judging me, laughing at me. So that's why I had to get the next train. Funny story on the next train. The ticket inspector
was coming through, and there was no one else within this vicinity of where I was sitting. So he's come through, checked the ticket, I show it, he walks on. About 10 seconds later, I just get this smell of shit. I'm like, fucking, what's the smell of that? Someone's farted. And I've looked around, couldn't see anyone. 100% was the ticket inspector. As he's walking along, was just dropping bombs.
Dropped his arse.
Fucking right in my face.
Farts on a train.
Yeah. That could be a good fucking...
Aye.
Snakes on a plane. Farts on a train. Yeah, so I've made a note here of weight loss.
I'd love to see what's in that notepad.
Maybe he just shat his pants. Like full blown shat his pants.
Oh, the conductor?
Yeah.
Or the ticket inspector?
Fuck it, both of them. I think I'm going to shit my pants after eating that tablet. I still can't see it in my left eye.
Farts on a train.
One of the funniest things I've ever seen I used to do a sport called freestyle football.
Yeah.
And we used to do like meetups with people, and I'd be like 14 or 15.
Yeah.
So I booked a train to go to London to meet all these other people that were doing it. And it was like it was a first class train because it was cheaper.
Yeah.
Sometimes, I don't know if you ever remember that used to happen. You used to get first class tickets cheaper. And my dad dropped me off at Glasgow Central, and because he was scared about me going to London, but he didn't want to let me know he was scared about me going to London.
Yeah.
He followed me on the train, and he was like, I just want to see what first class looks like. I've never been in first class. I'm a fucking council boy or whatever. And he followed me up, and literally I sat down. There's a picture of his face. The train just started moving, like out of Glasgow Central, and you just see my dad's face go fucking bright red, and he's just turned around and he's like shouting at the ticket inspector like, when does this stop? And he's thinking it's going to say Muddle, and she's like, Carlisle. Obviously he's got the car and all.
So what, did he go down to Carlisle?
He fucking literally bulldozed that woman that he just asked the question to out of the way, sprinted down the bottom of the train, and I'm just sitting there at 14 years of age as well going, I told him not to come on the train. And then you just, like, the train literally got across, I swear to God, like halfway across the Central Bridge, and it just stopped, and then it started going backwards, and I'm sitting there like, oh my God. And I just see my dad coming up when we get back into Glasgow Central, my dad face like fucking beetroot walking past the train, just going like that to me. Fucking close one that.
Fuck, I should have done that today.
Oh.
And then I could have fucking been here in leisurely time. By having a walk through Glasgow, I meant go for a pint before.
Yeah.
Did you? Where?
In Bonaccord. Shout out Bonaccord for their lovely pints of Guinness.
Where's that?
It's literally just around the corner.
Is that your prep?
Yeah, that's why today I'm a little bit dishevelled, and
that's why he's getting the DTs, because he's an alcoholic.
I should have said something much quicker in denial of that.
I know your head. I said it as a joke, and I'm like, fuck, he is an alcoholic.
There's a pretty acceptance nod there.
Disclaimer, not an alcoholic.
Yeah, that was a joke.
There's nothing wrong with that, by the way.
Here, I'm an alcoholic. I can joke about it. I'm 7 years sober, so they can't cancel me.
Congratulations. I've never said that to you any time you've mentioned it on here. I've just kind of let it pass and gloss over.
Yeah. Normally because you're half canned, but you're looking through me as I'm talking to you.
This is the most beard you've had on my show.
Yeah, it's came
our show. Sorry,
for the honeys. It's purely for the babes, mate.
Did you get a lot of babes?
No.
Not watching the show now.
Oh, watching the show, I don't know.
It's predominantly a male audience.
Is that?
Yeah.
Predominantly. So there's a few that you might catch.
Couple of babes.
Catch sounds a bit bad there.
Yeah. Her in the Born Record, she's a babe, isn't she?
Who?
The one behind the bar. We better be careful, actually, because they watch us.
Say your name then. Shoot your shot. This is your chance.
You know the old guy with the white hair?
Yeah.
That's him. The boss.
He identifies as a hot girl. How's your quest in becoming top shagger?
Oh, I've been trying for years. It's a never-ending quest, I reckon.
Yeah. I like it. No end goal.
Comes out in spurts.
Yeah.
In all meanings of the word.
Are you a golfer?
No, but
No.
I've fucking seen this in the charity
Nice.
shop.
It's pretty cool.
It was like £8.
Is
That was my
I like-
birthday present to myself.
Nice. I like it.
When was your birthday?
Sorry for audio listeners.
Like 10 days ago.
Gavin's wearing a very cool golf.
I was getting slagged for it. Somebody said I look like the green M&M. When you see them all standing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that. So I'm not going to stand up whenever I'm wearing it. I'm just, if I'm seated, I'll wear it. If I'm standing up.
It's strictly a sit down jumper.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I came in a black top. You'll have seen that. I only put this on when I sat down.
That's fair enough. Thanks for wearing.
What
it
else
on
is
here
in the
then.
notepad?
What? Yeah,
I've got some questions as well.
Yeah, nice one.
You get through yours.
I think there's a lot here to get through, and it is really scattered all over the place. I've touched on living in Australia, back in Scotland. I didn't give a shout out to your podcast, Chat Shit Get Cancelled.
Yeah.
Are you hoping to get cancelled?
I don't really know why I done that. I came up with it in the first minute of the first podcast.
It's a bit like here, where it's like
I kind of just
funny.
wing.
The Lewis Capaldi thing's funny for the first few, and then
Is it? Yeah, guys,
Hi.
I started making Paul, remember this? I started making people buy me presents at the start, so you'd have to come with a present. But then I just got too anxious to keep asking people. And I had like somebody else on again, and they'd brought me in a present, and it hadn't been for like 20 episodes, and I was just like, what the fuck is that? I was like,
That
sorry.
that actually reminds me that I intended on doing the opposite
Right.
of giving a gift to every guest I had on.
Just try to
Only
freak them out.
one person has had a gift. Mark Black got a hat.
Oh,
In fact, you didn't give it to him, did
no.
you?
Whoops. Yeah, it's still in my flat.
I used to always wonder, fucking prick hasn't worn my hat yet.
I've been watching it while watching the telly.
That's okay. You just start wearing it.
Yeah, I'll start wearing it.
That's another one I can tick off the thing.
Oh,
then.
yeah.
Podcast, give that a shout out. I wrote this down, but I'm kind of questioning it now. So it was kind of like
Just get it out, man. Just get it away.
It was kind of like it was like a description
You got a checklist.
for yourself.
What did you say?
I said, I don't know why this came into my head. It was very much a spur of the moment thing. But I've tried to describe you as you remind me of a kind of an Ian Sterling of PTs.
I fucking can't stand that guy, man.
As soon as I wrote it, I was like, a lot of people
I've been getting
don't like his voice.
No, I've been getting compared to him for like
Oh, really?
ever since he been the Love Island presenter by everyone. Like anytime before even like I started doing Instagram or whatever, or just be like people I used to work with like 3 years ago would just send me a picture of him anytime Love Island's on. I had that.
Well, if the shoe fits.
I'd been getting it for a year solid. I think there was a year where I really, really looked like him. I must have just had the same haircut as him or whatever. And I had an ex-girlfriend. I hadn't seen her in a year. And then met up with her and she was like, anytime we watch Love Island, all of my pals just say, there's your ex.
Really?
Yeah. So I've had a bit. And I also worked with a girl in Bothwell. Well, actually, I didn't know her. I done one shift with her.
Yeah.
And so I seen her in the train station, but I didn't speak to her, but she kept on looking at me. I was like, well, she must fancy me. But she just kept on staring at me. And I was like, I actually don't know her at all, so I'm not even going to say hi to her. I didn't speak to her on the shift or anything.
Yeah.
So we didn't know each other at all. But I was like, she fucking keeps staring at me. It's so strange. She must really fancy me. And then like 2 hours later, somebody sent me a screenshot of her Snapchat story, and she just took a picture of me in the train station.
Way.
Just said Ian Sterling's in the train station. I was like, that wee fucking bastard.
Well, then it's a great shout from me then.
Yeah, no, it is.
Ah, fuck.
Smashed it. You can give that one a
should've
big massive tick.
I was playing that down a lot. Weight loss monitoring. Yeah, that's been your latest few videos, hasn't it?
Yeah, you know more than me.
Weight loss monitoring. Which I agree with what you say about weighing yourself every day.
Yeah,
How much it goes up and down.
yeah.
I went
massively.
through a phase of weighing myself before and after doing a shit.
Nice. What was the results of that?
Like, this was when I was full being a good vegan diet, like eating well, eating loads of vegetables.
Are you vegan playing football?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I use the term loosely now.
Mm-hmm.
But during my time as like a
Part-time
good vegan, yeah, it'd be like over a kilogram difference before and after going to the toilet.
Yeah. What about non-vegan?
I wasn't weighing my shit.
Well, that would be the study then, wouldn't it?
Well, I've got half of the study done, so if anyone else wants to...
Well, I think we will. I think we need the same participant.
I need
to keep
yeah,
this.
true. Yeah. I'm going to start eating meat just for my...
Some random guy here, mate. I'll fucking do a few shakes for us.
I'm going to shit this tablet out in a minute. Get the scales out.
Weigh yourself first.
No way.
What was I saying? Yeah, so that was my weight loss experiment.
Are you trying to lose weight now?
No, not at all. No, I was just trying to get to know my body, really, man. You know, just. But no, what you say about weighing yourself every day makes a lot of sense.
Thank you very much.
What for people that's listening?
Yeah,
what did they say?
That's a good point. It's your
It's like a fucking everybody listening to the podcast is like, what the fuck are they talking about?
I'm trying to make them go and watch his videos.
I know, but
so you're saying it's better to weigh yourself every day or every 2 days or more frequently than just weighing yourself once a month?
Yeah, do you actually want to know stuff about like what I talk about?
Yeah,
I'm
I think
confused
it's
if you're trying to
interesting,
just bait me or something.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so people who weigh once a week, right? So most people will weigh once a week, but when you weigh once a week, you can't account for fluctuations. So if you stand on it every day, you'll be able to see it go up and down.
Yeah.
So like when I was younger and I was overweight, I would do it all week, and I would literally think about the weekly weigh-in all week, and then I'd be like, I need to lose 2 pounds.
So you wouldn't weigh yourself until this one day in the week?
Yeah, Monday, always Monday. And then I would fucking nearly smash my scales. When I was like 14, I had wee bit of anger issues every time the weight wouldn't go down until I started weighing every day, and you can see it go up and down.
So then you So then you understand how it can be different every day.
Yeah, because I was learning off like the likes of my mum and shit, and they would be going to like the weight loss clubs. My mum, she actually told me, she was like, yeah, we used to go to like Weight Watchers, then starve ourselves all day, and then they'd come out, and she was like, the chippy was next door, so if we got a low weigh-in, we'd get a fish supper.
Yeah. Undo all the
So that's
work.
like what I was learning, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's like when you see people doing before and afters, or not before and afters, but like PTs who put up photos of their clients and stuff. Mm-hmm. And most of the time, when you really examine the photo, you're like, there's not much. Sometimes it's just like
they're all balls.
Posture, like how you stand.
If there is a massive difference.
Someone comes in all hunched over on the first day, and then by the end they're standing upright, and of course their belly's going to look better.
Shaved their chest and all that.
Yeah.
Sunbed.
That's the biggest one. But yeah,
threaded their eyebrows.
My least favourite thing's the photo shoots that people do. It's like, why are you fucking oiled up? That fucking Oompa Loompa in a gym. Yeah. Why is that a thing? And like, why would you see when clients come to you, like if you get a client, by the nature of them being a personal training client, they're probably pretty anxiety ridden, scared of the gym, like not confident at all. And you're like, right, what we'll do is 16 weeks time, we'll get some fucking
online
oil on you, we'll hire out a gym, get you fucking least amount of clothes possible, and then we'll put some pictures of that online. It's just a weird concept.
Yeah, no, I agree.
That's really common now, isn't it?
Oh, well common. Glasgow PTs are fucking the worst.
Yeah.
Like they actually are. And they'll shag your missus.
Is that the reason you think they're the worst?
That's the reason I started doing it.
I'm alright with that. I'm a cock, so.
The other thing, very interestingly, recently I saw from yourself. Have you cracked the Instagram algorithm?
No, I was trying. I've been doing videos for like 3 years with PT, and I used to do, when I done freestyle, I was doing social media as well, so I had a wee bit of like experience with it, but I've done a lot of research into the algorithm, but it just makes you do videos that aren't you, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, you just end up fucking saying stuff that you wouldn't say. Because I feel like when I put on a camera, like, that was it April, and I hardly made any videos because I was just like, that isn't me that's on the camera. I'm just trying to fucking play to the algorithm, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
I was getting bored. Like, I just take the piss all the time.
Views, man. Views, clicks. I'm
know.
trying to crack the YouTube algorithm.
Oh, that's a hard one now.
Tried the clickbait headlines.
Did you?
Didn't work.
No.
We did well with the TikTok though, for a while.
TikTok's going all right.
I done pretty well with podcast clips on TikTok for a while. But I was spending so much time, like the story that I was putting up, like, wasn't even what the story was. It was like a fucking condensed, like 10-minute story and putting it all in different places and all that.
Yeah.
Now, our TikTok clips are a little different.
Right.
So I do clips, I'll do a specific TikTok story here
Yeah.
for the sole purpose of it trying to be viral on TikTok.
Right.
So I'll just make up a story and put it on TikTok and just try and get people. Usually it's trying to get people to bite and get angry about things. So like a few weeks ago, we done it with Darren where I was asking him about his sobriety, and then I was pretending that I used to work in a bar and I'd give, if someone asked for a non-alcoholic beer, I'd just give them a beer and they wouldn't know. So it was like trying to bait people out like that.
Right. Did work?
And that one didn't actually do too well.
I remember one of the comments was, "This is the worst thing I've ever heard in my life." There was only a couple of comments.
I've got a potentially very controversial one that
I put out the odd controversial thing and then I just go, why did I do that? Like, I'll say something about fucking gender neutral toilets
Views,
and it's just okay. But then you just get fucking attacked for ages. I don't even care about any of that. I'll just put it out. I also put stuff out to like purposely put people off working with me, if you know what I mean. Like people I don't want.
Yeah, that's an interesting tactic.
Like, I'll slag astrology once a month just because fuck that.
Well, yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Cold water therapy.
Nah, I've been doing that.
Same. I slacked it for a year, then I've done it.
Aye, I'm the exact same. Started this year. It's like, oh, I feel quite good.
This time next year, you're going to be doing photo shoots with your clients.
Oh, definitely. Listen, I'll do anything that'll work. I'll slag it until I try it.
Yeah, I think this week's TikTok could be a bit. I'll leave that for later.
Wait, so you just do it in the middle of the podcast?
Yeah.
So I'll just
you know what's happening.
You can be in on it as well.
I have to kind of plan it.
Okay. So we're acting.
Yeah, a lot of acting. Sometimes it's too good.
Yeah.
But I think this week I think could be a good one.
You could
could end the podcast also.
I don't want to ruin your career, but you could say you take steroids. You sell them to football players.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
That I take steroids.
And you jag them in the arse in the changing room and stuff. Sorry,
that's maybe a little bit too far.
Yeah, okay.
Just because it puts me in danger.
Right, okay. I could say I sell them then. I could say I take steroids and you don't need to train.
Yeah, why not? Well, I like the football route.
It could be a steroid, huh?
Is it really that much a disaster if your career goes down the drain?
Because
I like that idea.
I'm currently a free agent.
That's no one needs to know.
I'm not
for a
in
bit.
the position to.
Yeah.
Hey, that could be a niche. No club is signing.
Well, if that
club
goes,
knows they're getting a player.
If that goes viral, yeah, it goes viral and your name's out there, they might pay you more money, get more shirt sales and that.
They might if they're sponsored by a steroid company.
Yep. Just start saying you talk shite. Say you take Irish steroids. Sorry, that sugar's still going through my that tablet, man. I'm like, it's steroids, nah. You know what I mean? I'm just going to close my eyes for 5 minutes, right? You just keep doing the podcast. Wake me up in 5 minutes, right? Some amount of fucking sugar in that, by the way. I actually feel like I've got sunburn.
Who gave you?
Fuck knows, it was in the bag. Just found it. I just found it on the chair.
Street tablet.
I do feel dead itchy though. I do feel weird, man.
Pre-workout tablet, is it?
Steroids and tablet, that's what you need.
I'm going to say it now. I'm not doing steroids as the TikTok video.
Okay.
I'm ruling that out.
Okay.
I'm vetoing
I'd have
it.
thought about that.
Vetoing it. Here's a controversial opinion, potentially.
Oh,
We're all about controversy here, Gavin. I admire the Just Stop Oil protesters for what they're doing and standing up for something. Now, see, I haven't been disrupted by them also. So maybe it's a little bit easier for me to say that, but I say well done on them.
I don't like stay up to date with stuff, so you'll need to explain to me what that is.
Sorry, the Just Stop Oil. I'm sure that's the name of them. Should have known.
What do they want?
Is that the name of them? Yeah. Just Stop
Yes.
Oil. They're the ones who go and they're interrupting a lot of sporting events and major events now and putting orange paint on stuff. They're putting orange paint on art in museums and they're
And we don't like that on the
disrupting-
Pro podcast, do we?
and they're disrupting.
Different colour.
That'll definitely be bleeped out.
And they're blocking the road as well.
Blocking roads, causing
They
havoc.
do it. They like doing that, don't they?
But they get a lot of hate, and then people are like attacking them in the streets, and those attackers are then getting applauded. But everyone, like, people keep complaining about stuff, about fucking cost of living. All the big companies are making all these profits, and we're paying all this more money, and it's going to them. But then someone actually is doing something, and everyone's like, "Oh, fuck them! Would they ever go away?" And just leave it instead of just fucking. It's because they're not just writing something on Twitter or on Instagram. They're actually
so you
doing
support
something.
these?
I'm in support of them.
I would agree.
Would you?
I
agree?
can't quite be arsed doing it as well, but fair play to them.
Yeah. It's
Fuck that.
I don't know. I'm a bit of a tree hugger, but they're blocking ambulances and police cars and stuff. I think that's a bit much.
yeah, but that's means to an end.
I seen a guy in a van jump out the other day on TikTok, and he, like, this big bricky boulder guy, and he just knocked out this cunt that looked like a librarian, just like a
Right.
wee old guy with grey hair and glasses. His fucking false teeth were falling out and all that. I was like, yes.
What, when
Like-
he jumped out of the van?
Aye. I really enjoyed watching that.
So you're against them.
I mean, I'm probably both ways, but I just really enjoyed watching that guy get knocked out. We can bleep this out as well.
No, that's okay. Why would we bleep that out?
No, it was good though.
Or the whole thing.
The full
The whole
podcast.
Just Stop Oil conversation.
No, me talking about getting enjoyment from watching an old guy getting attacked off a bricky.
I'll move on because it actually wasn't that controversial of an opinion, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, I support them.
Nah.
Yes, I should have just said I agree with you.
Are we not all quite
Do you know what
raging
I
about the
should-
cost of living now?
Pro what?
Are we not all raging about the cost of living?
We are, but they're not doing something about that. But they're doing something about something they believe
How do
in.
we do anything about any of it?
Tweet about it?
Yeah.
Just be
Use-
a bricky
use a
in a
hashtag.
van and attack old people.
Use a hashtag. Do you know what I should have started with before that? Before that opinion? My night out with Lewis Capaldi a few weekends ago.
you
Maybe
actually
2
have
weekends
one?
ago.
Why
Yeah.
did you not open the podcast with that?
Aye.
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
called
look, I'm-
With Lewis Capaldi, fuck's sake.
because
I'm
this is a
living out
reward.
my fantasy about brickies fucking killing cunts in the middle of the road. I'm drowning in a fucking swamp area here, mate. You could have fucking helped us out there.
This is
Fucking hell, man. I'm drenched in sweat, shite myself.
this is a reward for the people who've stayed tuned in that they're going to get a decent wee story
Coming off
out of
tablet
it.
here,
Just
talking about fucking steroids and
Put an
killing cunts.
intro away at 30 minutes in your shoe. Fucking wait.
I'm Killian Sheridan and welcome to the Sheriff Show with Lewis Capaldi. Shout out Lewis for our night out last weekend. Great night. Although, yeah, I know it was before he had to pull out his stuff. It was so I went up to that Radio 1 big weekend to see a
Right.
friend, Stephen Devine. Stephen Dio Devine. Shout out Dio Devine. And he was either going back down to London or he was coming down to Glasgow. So we ended up picking the Glasgow option. So he came down with Lewis and his crew. And I had to stop off in Perth, got changed. And then I came down and met them went out in Nice and Sleazy. And I walked in, it was quite busy Sunday night. It was a bank holiday, that was it. That's why I was so busy. And got straight to the bar because it was busy. I said, right, I'll go in, I'll get them some drinks. So I'll just go straight to the bar. So I walk in and then they're like up in a little bit beside us. And Lewis has saw me and he's like, Killian, big man. So I've turned around and he's like, come on over here. Like, I'm just getting drinks. I'm just going to get some drinks. Come here. So I went over and he's leant over and given me like a handshake and just said, I'm Killian Sheridan and welcome to the Sheriff Show with Lewis Capaldi. Fucking love it, man. And then that was his actual introduction to me. This isn't a TikTok video, by the way. This is
very cool.
And then danced the night away, laughing and joking, just going through old podcast stories that I've told on the show. People will actually not believe the story.
Did you say about him coming on?
I need to get photos. He took photos, but he took them on his phone.
Fucking typical, innit?
So do you know, potentially by the time this comes out, I'll try and get a hold of the photos and tease this episode
At the intro for
and
the
everyone
story.
will expect him to be here.
Yes, here.
But had to go, unfortunately.
Would you call him a letdown?
No, not at all.
No.
No, not after that night. Moretti was flowing.
Did he talk about me?
Yeah, he said, I love you and your friend. And I said, whoa, best friend, Lewis. That's my best friend.
Cheers, thank you.
No, he said he loved the idea. He said it was funny.
Yeah.
I genuinely don't think I asked him if he'd come on.
Sums you up, you can't, man.
I didn't know. I was trying to play it cool. Ended up played myself. Don't think there was anything else from that Lewis one. So anyway, he ended up going home. Wouldn't let me come back with him, so I had to go. I had to go my own way.
You shouldn't have told him.
You
shouldn't have told him. Scan.
I just got hopped in the taxi. What? We do a podcast together.
Hi.
You owe me. You never show up. And I went there, so I was waiting took me ages to get an Uber. I was like, right, fuck it, I'm not standing out in the street waiting for ages. So I went into a Blue Lagoon on Suckyall Street and had my first ever fried Mars bar. Unreal.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah.
I've never tried that.
No. Have you had one?
Yeah, aye.
Have
I
you?
just ate fucking a slab of tablet. Obviously, I've tried it. I've only had it once though. I tried it years ago, and it wasn't a typical deep fried Mars bar. They tried to make it fancy, but it was still a fucking deep fried Mars bar. But I didn't enjoy it.
Tasted very much like a crepe with like chocolate caramel in it.
Yeah,
Lovely.
I was a big fan of the pizza crunches.
No, I've never had a pizza crunch.
Oh, unreal. You like take the chance of having a heart attack after it, but it's unreal.
yeah.
I'll roll the dice.
You need to try
I
that
might
for your
do.
next one.
Pizza crunch.
Mm-hmm.
The next time I'm out with Lewis afterwards, I'm getting a pizza crunch.
Yeah. 4 pickles.
Yeah, that was the only story from going out with Lewis. I got a fucking fried Mars bar.
Fair enough.
Are you like the Scottish Theo Vaughan or something?
No.
I'm still trying
It's a
to
big
work
compliment
out.
though.
Oh,
That's
aye,
true,
it's the
yeah.
same thing.
Can't believe I didn't pick up on that.
You rolled it.
I was
I'm just
distracted by
sitting
the
here
Theo
trying
Von
to
shout.
work you out, to be honest.
No, I wouldn't say I'm the Irish, Scottish Theo Von. But like I say, that's high praise. High praise. You didn't go to that thing last night?
What?
The thing I sent you?
No. Oh, yes. No, I didn't go.
No.
I was out and about. We can talk about it. I got offered to go to
A guy left a comment on one of the last episode.
yeah.
Okay.
It was a stand-up comedy course, and a professional comedian pulled out to go and host it. But I love walking, so I was out walking yesterday and meeting a pal, and I had a weighted vest on, and the cunt was like, "Just come, man, it's cool. If you're wanting to wear your weighted vest, you can do it. It can be funny." And I was like, "Nah, mate, it won't be funny." He's like, "No, do it, man. Do it." I was like, "Nah, mate."
I didn't know that was the reason.
I mean, he did ask me last minute. I don't know him or anything, so it was a total random message in my inbox. If I was dressed a wee bit better, maybe I would have went, but I couldn't be arsed going back and getting changed. And
Was this a one-off comedian thing?
one off, aye.
Just like a fucking...
More like a mentorship. I got the vibe.
Yeah.
Do comedians actually go to stuff like that?
I think, I don't want to name the comedian that pulled out. She was planned
Well,
to
he did.
go. I like to
Me?
go months in advance, and she cancelled
Theo
last
Von.
minute. Aye. Aye, they cancelled last minute, so I was like, well, it's not my problem, is it?
Are they worth going? They make you funnier?
I did a comedy course when I first started. I don't think they make you funnier, but you learn about the industry.
Right.
So it does help, but it doesn't make you funnier. You're either funny.
So it's not about timing or fucking how to write jokes or anything.
Nah, when you say so, I think the only way you'll learn is by just doing it. You need to learn as you're on stage.
Fair. Do you do stand-up and all?
Yeah.
I've always wanted to try it, but fuck it.
I'll need to check out your social media, so you call out.
I don't really do that. I do it like fucking every now and then.
But for instance, you know how you get people that will be like, you can lose 5 stone eating nothing but McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
Do you call it that stuff? Yeah. Aye.
My best mate done it the other week and I made a video the next day. I was already done. He was like, just call me out. And I was like, you bet.
Aye. I can't.
So
use
like
can't.
you say you're like the Scottish Andrew Tate?
And the Irish Andrew Tate.
I love all that shit though.
The Andrew Tate stuff?
No, like, you know how people that are like, no, the Twinkie experiment doctors back in the 70s lost 5 stone eating nothing but Twinkies. And you're like, aye, but he's getting 8 fingers, mate.
Oh, I hate studies in general because if you fucking said a study to your client or whatever, they just leave instantly. It doesn't. None of that works in the real world. Do you know what I mean? When you're working in a gym in the East End of Glasgow, do you think I'm going to get the Twinkie experiment out?
Aye, that's true.
If you had a client and they weren't doing what they were supposed to be doing, would you be like, "What the fuck are you doing? Like, why?"
I'll ask them twice, and if they still don't do it, I don't give a fuck. You get like 1 in 10 clients who'll do fuck all. I'm just brutally honest about stuff like that. But other PTs won't tell you that. But yeah, 1 in 10 clients will do fuck all.
If I had a PT, I'd prefer they were like that, honest with you.
Yeah.
Rather than.
Yeah, always want to, but I try really screen people out so that I don't, because like my first year I got fucking some absolute roasters, like because it was all through TikTok. So I get inquiries off of people and they'd be telling me fucking like, oh this, there would just be a list of what's wrong with them. So it'd be like, I'm recovering from X or whatever, I've got type 2 diabetes, I don't know how to switch my oven on, I can only make toast, or they would say I can only cook toast, and they're like, can you take me on? And I'd be like, absolutely not.
Yeah.
You're what we call fucked.
It's not a PT you need.
Yeah, no, you need to go hustle.
I want a Twinkie now.
A Twinkie?
Yeah. That's
the
next.
Yeah, I don't think fuck yes that, because I didn't want to sound stupid. What is a Twinkie?
It's an American candy that is just a wee bit of cake with cream in the middle of it.
Our American viewers will know what you were talking about.
Yeah. They done an experiment with it back in the 70s. Sorry, man, that's me chasing Twinkies after that tablet.
When you're next done.
The Twinkie experiment back in the fucking 50s or something. I mean, do you know what I mean? But imagine that as a PT, you walk into a gym. Anybody got a Twinkie?
Right, I'll move on to TikTok video.
Yeah.
Now, I've 3 ideas here, probably just 2, because one of them I don't think I'll even say. The first one was...
That's the spirit.
The first, do you want to know what the third one was that I'm thinking of just not even saying?
Aye, of course I can't. It's a podcast. Fucking hell, man.
Right. It was when before I got the train, so this is newly created. When I was getting a coffee in Costa, and I went back up to get one of the shaker things and a little thing of sugar to put in.
Wait,
brown sugar.
Are you starting a story, or are you telling us what it's going to be?
No, I'm giving you the background.
Okay, and then we can start.
One.
Right, okay.
And,
Fuck, I didn't know what
this was.
This are you going to come at me?
And I saw salt sachets. So I was thinking, fucking, who's putting salt in their coffees? And then I realised, I was thinking, oh, fuck, do you know what? I could pretend that, like, that's the secret thing that Italians do to make their coffee so much nicer. They actually put salt into it. Just thought maybe that would be like one of those viral TikTok videos you see going around of like, oh, that's what people do with their things, and then try to get everyone putting salt in their coffee.
The food talk.
Yeah.
Food hack.
Yeah. Food. This is a food hack.
You need to get a bit hyped up for those ones though.
I was holidaying in Italy.
You need to be closer to the camera and that and be like, try this food hack.
Algorithm. That's what you know. I could say like I was on holiday in Italy and I was having coffee in a few places, and then eventually one guy spoke good English and he was explaining the actual trick is in Italy they put salt in their coffee. That's why it tastes so good. But it's very specific, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, so that was the worst one.
Start with the best one, man. Come on.
The other one I had was about dogs being cancelled, or potentially dogs getting cancelled for being a man's best friend. Sexist.
Right, okay.
You never hear of a dog being a woman's best friend.
It has potential.
But it's hard to really flesh that one out.
They don't ask for consent a lot as well, do they?
Dogs?
Yeah.
Well, that's...
Just go for it, don't they? That's questionable.
They've got daddy issues, parent issues. Every dog's taken away from their parents as soon as they're born, which is harsh.
A fair point.
Huh?
A genuine fair point.
Everyone calls himself an animal lover. And like, oh, when did you get your dog? Oh, when he was a puppy.
You took it away from
when he was
parents.
just born. You took him away from his parents.
Snatched from his mother's teeth.
Yeah. After his mother was whored out. They call that breeding in the dog game. Right, so the one that I have a feeling I might even need to cut this out. Potentially saying that you're not allowed to say anymore that you're not gay because it's insinuating that there's a problem with being gay. So now this Gen Zers have all say, I can't say. Someone says, oh, are you gay? And they're like, well, I can't say because if I say I'm not, or if I say I'm not gay, it's me like insinuating there's something wrong with being gay.
You have to say no comment.
So you just, from now on you have to say no comment.
I can see that working, but it's also a minefield.
Yeah, right. I'll cut that. So
No,
the
don't
dogs
cut
it
it.
is.
Aye.
No, it is. You're right. It would be a minefield. Stick with the dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we can run a few places with the dogs. I realised they're getting away with quite a lot, to be fair.
The dogs are... So dogs are sexist. That's what we're going with.
Yeah.
Sexist and a bit
Dogs are sexist.
touchy-feely,
And
no consent.
how about we do it as like, the reason I hate dogs is because, one, they're sexist. They're only men's best friends. Two, they're too clingy. And that's because they have issues because they're snatched away from when they're a baby. Maybe. I think I'm struggling here.
Separation anxiety.
Separation anxiety.
From childhood trauma.
You got to throw that in. That's the buzzword. That's what will get them.
Childhood trauma.
Yeah, trauma. Get trauma in there.
They're suffering from trauma, yeah. And three, or I could maybe put pet owners who say they love dogs but they're snatching them away.
Why don't you come at it from the angle of like what you can do to help your dog? Like if your dog's sexist, it's not asking for consent.
Yes.
You know, like those pop psychology videos.
Yeah.
Where you like stand up and you point to like all the different symptoms and how to fix them.
Is your dog sexist?
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah, a wee bit.
You want a blonde hair, blue-eyed golden Labrador.
Or how about we explain we explain why they're sexist? Because they've suffered a lot of trauma. I could pretend I'm a dog psychologist. Or you could pretend you're a dog psychologist.
Right, me.
For the sake of the clip, we could have... So Gavin, as you're a dog psychologist, can you explain the reasons why dogs are sexist?
Yeah, you could say they hate their mums because they've dragged away from their mum. So that's why they're sexist.
Would you be up for that?
I wish I researched what this was.
Well, it's that or the cut one. No, you don't have to. It's okay.
No, you can do it. You can just introduce me. And then as the famous dog TikToker.
The dog whisperer.
So Gavin, as a dog psychologist, can you explain why dogs are sexist? Do that.
What's your name again?
My name can be... call me Killian if you want.
Killian, what kind of dog do you own?
A French bulldog.
Oh, they're the worst, man. Those are the horniest. They get taken away straight away
Okay.
from their mothers.
How can I make this where people will be like angry at it? I don't know why I always want to anger people with them. Silence.
Just be like, dogs are stupid. Oh no, I don't know.
Okay. We'll do dogs.
You're like the Andrew Tate of dogs.
Right, I'm Andrew Tate dogs.
No, I don't want to get stuck with that brush.
Yeah. Okay.
Painted with that brush.
Stuck with it.
I know.
Stuck to me.
I also got what you were saying as well. I was like, no, stuck with it.
Right.
They gave me it 2 years ago. Fucking.
Steroids
No.
for dogs.
You can ask me about dogs, and I'll say, well, I hate dogs. I hate dogs.
Start with hating dogs. That's your hook.
I'll say I hate dogs because I think they're sexist. They're only ever a man's best friend. Why aren't they ever a woman's best friend?
Okay.
And then you can interject and say,
And argue against you.
well, that's because a lot of pet owners snatch them away, lead them to a lot of trauma.
Okay.
70% of dog owners are women. That's why dogs have a hatred towards women. Yeah.
Okay.
Is that okay? Okay, so What am I saying? So I'm just going to start off saying I hate dogs because they're sexist. Okay.
And I'm like,
Why don't you say?
yeah.
You could go. What's your beef with dogs? Or what? Why do you have such a problem with dogs?
So I'll say, what's your problem with dogs? Then you'll say,
Okay, yeah.
Right,
I'll
okay.
say, yeah.
right, okay. Just start whenever.
Yeah.
So what is your actual problem with dogs?
I just hate them because they're sexist, first of all. Well, I mean, that's the main thing. When have you ever heard of a dog being a woman's best friend? They're only ever a man's best friend. And I think that's out of order. So
Are you being serious? No,
that was part of it, yeah.
I know. I was trying to be in character there. Right, start again.
Oh, no.
Start again. Fucking
I'll
roll.
I'll cut it. I'll cut the TikTok. And then it'll be you coming in and saying, well, the reason they're sexist.
Oh, I'm the psychologist.
I knew I'd rope you into this.
Right, okay, right. So he's a random guy. You're the dog hater and I'm the psychologist. Right,
yeah. You're the qualified psychologist that is going to explain why dogs are sexist.
Right.
So I can't believe that was a serious sentence that came out with it.
So then, so now you just come in and say, well, the reason dogs are sexist is because...
Well, the reason dogs are sexist... Sorry. Well, the reason dogs are sexist, why do we treat them different to humans? Like, we all go through childhood trauma and we actually have our parents. They don't. They get taken away straight away. Taken away from their mothers. Childhood trauma. That's the problem we have. It's a dog trauma pandemic we're in.
Yeah.
And we've been in it for years.
I think that's okay. I think we've got enough there.
That was good.
I think we've got enough there.
Dog trauma.
Dog
pandemic.
70% of dog owners are women, which would make sense.
That's already a problem.
To why dogs hate women. No, forget it. I'm forcing that one. I mean, the rest of it is believable until I went there.
What did you say, white women? Did you add the... What did you say?
No.
I thought I had white women as well.
You just adding they're all white.
Really? No. No, I definitely didn't say that. This TikTok segment is brought to you by Killian Sheridan, professional footballer, current free agent, 6'3" plus VAT. Any potential clubs out there are needing a striker with 465 appearances, 113 goals, which I'm no good at math, is about a goal every 2 games. 3,253 flick-ons in his professional career. Press is really good. And as he says, he puts the press in impress. Also, age 34, comes with 2 brand new Achilles tendons. Thanks, Killian, for the sponsor. I should have put your hat on and pretended I was someone else doing it.
Get on for the next one.
You've loads of good ideas after stuff happens.
That's live recording. That's the problem with live recording, baby. I won't do one.
Your cut cat.
Your cook hat.
Why are you pumping my wife?
Oh no, please stop.
Please stop now. That's been 6 months. Are you supposed to move it when you're a cock? This is going to be a bit too much. Far, babe. Too far.
Definitely going to replace the Just Stop Oil thing with that clip.
Just a cock in the middle of the road. There's a brickie in a van what I shag my wife. It's for the orangutans and all that.
Shout out Straight White Whale.
Aye.
The best cook podcast going.
Aye. Number 1 cock podcast.
So Gavin, your Instagram and whatever you want to give a shout out to.
At Gavin McKinney
I don't know if people
PT.
are still watching this.
Oh, fucking was.
Go again, sorry.
At Gavin McKinney PT, and my podcasters chat shit get cancelled.
Thank you very much for coming on
No
today.
worries.
It was a good laugh. Had a good time. Darren, thanks as always.
Cheers. You'll need to come on my podcast. I love how we don't know each other.
And I haven't found out anything.
Well, it was my first time meeting Gavin as well. Evidently, I think.
Brilliant.
Okay, thanks everyone for watching. Thanks, Paul. Thanks to the world.
Yeah.
See you next week.